Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about three-digit subtraction today. We're going to do a three-digit subtraction problem with no regrouping first, and then we're going to do a couple where you'll need to regroup, you'll need to borrow. So this subtraction problem, like I said, is 3 digits minus 3 digits. And if you can tell, all of the digits on top are bigger than the digits on the bottom. So there will be no regrouping in this subtraction problem. So with subtraction problems, you always start with the ones column, then you'll move to the tens column, and then you'll move to the hundreds column. Now remember, boys and girls, that when you write out addition and subtraction problems, that all of your columns have to match up. Okay, all of your ones, tens, and hundreds have to match up. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start in our ones column. We have 3 minus 2, which is 1. Then you're going to move to your tens column. You have 6 minus 1, which is 5. And then you're going to move to your hundreds column. 5 minus 2, which is 3. No regrouping. All you have to do is subtract going down each place. So your answer is 351. No regrouping. Okay? Next we're going to do a subtraction problem with regrouping where we're going to have to borrow from the tens place. So let's say that we have 362 minus 148. Now for this subtraction problem, we're going to have to go next door and borrow. This is how we know that we're going to have to do that. We're going to start with our ones column. So we have 2 minus 8. Can you subtract 8 from 2? No, you cannot, because 2 is smaller than 8. You cannot take 8 from 2. There's a little saying that we teach our students here, and it's called more on the floor, go next door. So if your number on the bottom is bigger, if you have more on the floor, you're going to have to go to the next place and borrow 1 from that place. And so that's what we're about to do. So you have 2 minus 8. You can't say 2 minus 8, so you're going to have to go next door and borrow 1 from the 6. This is how you do that. You're going to take 6, mark it out. 6 becomes a 5, and I always circle. Then I'm going to take my 2, and that 1 that I borrowed, I'm going to stick it in front of my 2. So now I have 12 minus 8. 12 minus 8 is 4. We're finished with our ones column. Now let's move on to our tens column. We're subtracting. 5 minus 4, remember not 6, but 5 minus 4 is 1. Move over to our hundreds column. 3 minus 1 is 2. So our answer is 214. That is a 3-digit subtraction problem where we must borrow from the tens column. All right, let's do one where we're going to borrow from the hundreds column, okay? All right, let's say that we have 417 minus 253. Remember, always make sure that your places are lined up neatly, okay? All right, so we're going to start in the ones column. Can you say 7 minus 3? Can you do that? Is 7 bigger than 3? It is. So 7 minus 3 is 4. We don't have to borrow there. But let's look here in our tens column. 1 minus 5. You have more on the floor, so you must go next door. So because 5 is bigger than 1, you've got to jump over to the hundreds column and borrow from your neighbor. You're going to borrow from the 4. So you're going to take 4. 4 becomes a 3. Where does that 1 go? You're going to stick it in front of your 1 here, and it becomes an 11. Now you have 11 minus 5. 11 minus 5 is 6. hundreds column. 3 minus 2 is 1. So your answer is 164. So that is a 3-digit subtraction problem where you must borrow from the hundreds place. So boys and girls, remember the saying, more on the floor, go next door. You cannot subtract a bigger number from a smaller number, okay? All right. That's it.